welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would talk about traveling with someone with disabilities and Disney. I wanted to film this like as quickly as possible so I didn't forget anything. There will also be a coordinating blog post which I will link down below that will probably have more information than is in this video. Probably because I'll think of things as I'm writing the post. But I just wanted to share our experience. Didn't quite know how it was going to go because it had been a while since we'd been with my sister. She has cerebral palsy, so she's in a customized wheelchair. She can't transfer herself, someone needs to lift her. She can't support her head, like hold on to headrails, like lap bars and stuff like that. I did a post a while ago about Universal and why we don't really do Universal, and it basically boils down to the disability, like going with someone with a disability and our last experience and how it wasn't very good. I will put that in a card up there if you want to check that out, just to kind of see the differences. But Disney is still awesome, like top of the game, amazing, made our lives easy and made our vacation awesome. So a few years ago, the last time we went, the like service that they had for people with disabilities was you got a little card and it would have like a stoplight on it, a green, yellow, or red, and it was always green for us. So basically we would go up to the fast pass line, go straight in, and we would go right on the ride, and that was it. You just had to show the card and it said how many people were in your party and the person who the card was kind of associated with, which would be Alex. But people started abusing that and blah 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 blah, but basically that doesn't exist anymore. So now it is, I don't know the complete name for it, I'll put it here. I just kind of call it like the disability services. That's what I'd say when I go up to the ride. But basically, if you're traveling with someone who has a disability who you think this program would be helpful for, the first time you go into the park, you want to go to guest services. Our first park that we went into was Magic Kingdom, so we just went to City Hall. Went in there, said like, I'm here to sign up for the disability services. They'd take a picture of Alex, scan her magic band, and then scanned everybody in the party's magic band. From what I read online, it said it would only take up to 7 people. We were 9, so I didn't know how that was going to work. It was fine. I'm not saying this to be like, get as many people as you can do, like, even if you don't know 9 people, get 9 people and blah blah blah. Like, I'm not advocating that at all because I want the system to stay around. But we were traveling in a group of 9 for all of our dinner reservations, everything like that. So we had 9 people and that was fine. So basically the service is that you get a time to come back for any ride based on the wait time. So you go up to, this is the first one that we did this with, Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a 20-minute wait. So you go up, anybody can go up, it doesn't have to be the person with the disability. You can kind of act as like a runner. So I'd go up saying, hi, I want to come back, get a time to come back for disability services. They would scan my magic band and say, okay, you can come back anytime after, so say it was 6 o'clock, you can come back anytime after 6:20. And then you say, okay, thanks. And then you can go on and do stuff for 20 minutes before you go back. And then when you go back, you go in the fast pass line. When you go back, you need to scan the person that the account is associated with. So we needed to scan Alex's band first. I would just take it off of her wrist and use it to scan because her arms, it was kind of hard to get it up to the reader and in the right position and everything like that. And then you go in the fast pass lane. It was really helpful. We already had 3 fast passes scheduled every day. But I think it allowed us to do a lot more. I think the longest line we waited in was Tower of Terror, and that was like 20 minutes, but that was during extra magic hours. But it was helpful, and it helped us to ride. We did Soarin' twice. We used it once. We did Frozen twice. we used the services once. I have an example of if they're, because they use like an iPhone to scan it, if that wasn't working, they'd give you a card. So it just says Walt Disney World, the attraction, the date, the current time, the wait time, the return time, the number of guests, and it's signed by the cast member. It says this service does not provide immediate or priority access, valid only on date issued. Then it says your scheduled return time does not provide immediate access upon your return. Based on guest demand, it is possible to experience waits greater than the posted standby wait. Disney FastPass Plus service is a separate service and may be used in conjunction with this service. Park and attraction hours are subject to change without notice. Attractions may close without notice, not valid for park admission to any theme park experience, service, or facility. All guests must meet boarding requirements. This service is revocable, non-transferable, not for commercial use, void if altered, and subject to change without notice. So this is what the card looks like. We got this for Space Mountain. There we go. But so that's what they'd give you. You can only do it for one ride at a time, and if you want to change the ride that you are doing it for, you have to go back to the ride that you were going to do. So when we were at Hollywood Studios, which was on our last day, we went to Toy Story Mania, got the time to come back. We ended up going back way later, so it also doesn't expire until you use it or cancel it. We saw Fantasmic, and then wanted to get a time for Tower of Terror, and they said, you have one for Toy Story Mania. You have to either go there to cancel it or use it before you can get it for Tower of Terror. So we were like, well, if we're going there, we're gonna ride it anyways. So that was good to know. Also, it does come up in the app. So in addition to your fast passes, you'll see it, you can click on it, and then it shows you what time to come back, what ride, and who it's for. But it was a really good system. It's not what it was, but I feel like it's a lot better than it could be. Like, it could be a lot worse. And with FastPass Plus, you're already kind of guaranteed to go on at least 3 rides a day. But it really worked for us, and I liked it. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments, and I will let you know if I know, or I'll research it and find that out for you. I also just kind of wanted to talk about dietary restrictions. So my sister's on a puree diet, so that means it has to be blended, no big chunks of anything, kind of like a hummus consistency, but she can eat basically anything that can be blended. So when we were making the dining reservations, I guess I had put like an allergy, checked the allergy or food restriction box, and so every, I guess they print out the reservation, every slip had a red allergy stamp. So, excuse me, that meant that a manager or a chef or somebody had to come to our table to make sure that everything was okay, to see if anything needed to be specially prepared. So the first day we went to Crystal Palace, we didn't know what that was. Like, we didn't know what it meant when the person was coming, so we didn't say anything. And then when the second day when we ate at Tusker House, they asked, and we said she's on a puree diet. Normally when we go to any restaurant here, people look at us like we're crazy, and they're like, no, we don't have a blender, we can't do that. Which sucks. I guess it's kind of like a liability thing, but whatever. At Disney, they're like, okay, what does she want? And they were able to do whatever she wanted, which was awesome and such a relief. And to know that she was getting food, and getting food how she needed it to be prepared, it was awesome. That was there at Ohana, at Kona Cafe, yeah, basically any restaurant we went to, it was amazing and awesome. And it was just, took a huge weight off of us, because I was worried and I didn't know what it was going to be like, but it worked. And so Disney, good job, that was awesome, really made a difference for us. Their loading, like, is awesome for rides, like the things that she could stay in her chair for, she would choose to stay in her chair, but it was awesome. Just Disney really is good at what they do for people with disabilities. It really has made a difference in our lives. Like, that is why we bought DVC, because we know that they'll take care of us, and Alex won't feel any different. She won't, like, her disability doesn't define her. She can still do everything. Like, she went on Rock and Roller Coaster. Like, she will do it, like, as long as she can. The only things that she can't do are Space Mountain and the People Mover. The People Mover, she could, but you'd have to transfer her and go up. Like, the wheelchair can't go up the giant, like, conveyor belt ramp, that you'd have to hold her, and because there's a line up there, we didn't do that because we didn't know how long we'd be waiting up there, and, like, she can't stand, so it'd be really hard for us to hold her in line. But we could potentially do it. But yeah, it's just, it makes a big difference. Like, compared to our experience at Universal, this was just complete opposite, and that's why we keep going back to Disney. But that's kind of it. I did try to film the transfers for her, like her getting loaded into the special cars, so make sure to watch the vlogs and keep an eye out for that. I did a tour of my room at the Polynesian, and then also pointed out any differences in her and Megan's room because it was accessible with the roll-in shower, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys next time. So let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!